I wish good thing to you who watch this. I am Heelek, the organizer of Carcassonne Hong Kong, which is a community for a bunch of the Hong Kong enthusiasts to learn and play and practice the Carcassonne together, both online and offline activity through board game arena or just face-to-face board game playing together. So in this video, we will go through one of the gameplay of myself in a Carcassonne Winter Tournament 2023. So Carcassonne Winter Tournament is a bunch of a common of 17 players playing against each other with this kind of the bi-directional tournament match. So each of the player need to play against every other player. And then by winning a match, you can score 3 points. Losing a match, you score 0 points. So far, there are many players who are participating actively in the past 3 weeks. And you can see there are some strong players like Sunny and Edward. They are having a very good win rate with over 20 match scoring and winning. So in one of my previous video, I have shown how Edward, one of the strongest player in this tournament, is basically winning conceding one of the match. But however, to be fair to Edward, this time I think I can play one of the game between myself and Edward and show how Edward is playing good and how he can win this game by 3 points. Okay, so let's get started. I will choose myself and I will just throughout this video I will try my best to think about revise my think process and see whether the tile placement I did is it really optimal. So I start with a curve. Edward start with a pipe shift with a extender. So this is the best tile as an opening move because the best tile depends on luck because it's the extender with a shielded city and it cannot be boarded immediately or being shielded whatever. So by putting any of the 20 city caps in the future, Edward can score 8 points, so which is a lot in the beginning. Just by just 2 moves. So that is something of a lucky situation for him. However, I won't give up. I would continue to have another shielded tile. This I must meeple. The point is where should I meeple? Of course, I cannot meeple. I would not meeple to give points to him. I can rather meeple here or there, and if I meeple here or there, this one will make my role a little bit vulnerable because it creates an attacking platform. And this one can be attacked by the sideway, and this one it also can be attacked by the volta. So the only position that I can avoid being attacked is this one. It's a bit counterintuitive. It is a little bit constraining my own role, but by constraining my own role regime, I can effectively use my future role per city tile in order to accomplish both objectives of extending my city and extending my role in future. So it also have the third benefit to create a attacking platform on the top, and which I immediately leverage it here. So that triangle is just a stepping stone for me to do this attack, which is not immediately blockable or cannot be prevented. That's why Edward do not mind to spend a monarchy tile because there's not many better alternative anyway. So he spent it here in order to create a V-attack platform and hope for a city cap to come in, and it did come in. So but it is for me. So one of the possible move by myself is to attack the whole city, and it will score me around 10-15 points. But there is also another tentative move to score the 4 pawn. So after the fact, I do believe that this 4 pawn does not matter a lot. But by the time I'm playing, I just want to have greedy pawn, and I assume that city cap won't come next in my opponent's hand. But however, the exactly identical tile comes next, which cost me the game and also cost me this 10 plus pawn for being occupied by the city. So in order to correct my mistake, the first initial instinct of a Carcassonne player is to trying to bot the thing, but actually this may not be a good outcome because I don't essentially have any tile which can immediately bot it. So the only thing I may be able to achieve, the only thing I may be able to achieve is to put something like this, a triangle with a curve, or any city with a curve here, and then I just put a meeple here, and then to equalize the city. But for everything else, I cannot bot it. I cannot bot it with a curve. I cannot even bot it with a straight line because all the triple city are still on the board as in the early game. That's why I believe the greedy 4 pawn actually is only 3 pawn, not 4 pawn, because this greedy pawn I did make is actually negated by 1 pawn for the city on the top. So anyway, and so far that triangle with a curve is coming, but not coming on my hand, but coming on Edward's hand. So he just do the prevention, and basically he secured the big city. I mean, that is not very big city, but it consists of 16 pawn, I guess. So the next few moves are quite natural: opening city, getting a skill tile, start farming. I think it's a bit early, but it's still okay. Equalizing my role. Yeah, all these moves are pretty natural. And here I can protect my city by placing my meeple here, but this is not no urgency to do so. Instead, I would decide to turn my city facing outward. So remember the basic Carcassonne principle. One of them is a two city principle, so you can make wise use of multiple tiles. Like here, I already spent a 2 triangle, and there are only 3 triangles on the board, so there are 7 triangles in remaining. I may spend it wisely to build a kite-shaped city like this in future, while I would need to use the extender and also the city cap to close my second city. That is 2 city principle. And also there's another principle that I would like to share is you need to put your city cap outward when you meeple a new city feature, so that you can avoid the attack. Like this one, I can attack it here, but this one, no one can attack me unless they are putting multiple square 1, 2, 1, 2, and then eventually attack this way and that way. So this is a pretty safe city to be as a opening city. And also it's on my field, of course. Edward is trying to extending some pawns on his monarchy. I don't have much to do, that's why I try to start a blocking attempt. So for this move, I have a few choices, as you can see. In addition to blocking from here, I can also blocking from here. And also the orientation of the curve can be like this way or that way, both work. So the reason why I decided to put the roll into here is because I already spot there is a asymmetry on those dagger. I mean, the dagger means this needs to be and then with a curve, or this need to city with a curve. So this one, usually the Carcassonne player call it left-handed dagger, and this one we call it right-handed dagger. And for the left-handed dagger being out, there is a asymmetry that basically I can just compete the board more easily in future, and that's why I put it on the left hand side of the city but not the right hand side of the city. So this is a minor difference, but I think it's also okay to do the opposite move, is putting a curve here to prepare for the left-handed board in future, and that would eventually extend my field a little bit. But it is just a minor detail. So let's see whether the board will be successful or not. Okay, he decided to finish his monarchy to get back meeple. I can draw some tile to quick pawns, and there's the fancy tile get into my opponent's hand even with a shielded. That is unfortunate for me. He also grabbed the 3-pawn roll. So that is a question. If it's not him but it's me getting this tile, should I place it inside? Maybe I should if it is not a shielded tile, because eventually there are 3 triple city with a roll that very likely the red will get one of them. So I'm extending my city, and with a slightly good, this is a safe position to extend because there are triangle with a roll everywhere still remaining in the early game. And for this move, I can of course attack this one, or I can close city, or I can close my city like this, or I can open a new city. So there's pretty much of choice. So with a meeple disadvantage so far, he have 4 meeple, I only have 3 meeple. Right now I think maybe I need to get back my meeple first, like this one, or get some quick roll pawn. But eventually I believe I decide to attack the field in the game. Attack the city in the game. So this is a little bit tricky decision, because it means that it make myself needing the same tile over everywhere without deep thinking when I play. So I need this tile to compete the city share, and I also need the same tile to compete here, which is not good. So another Carcassonne principle is, whenever you need certain tile in one position, it's rather unlikely you will get the same tile for another position in a short term. So eventually there are 4 triangles with a roll, so you have an equal probability to grab 2 of them, like another 2. Most likely it will be 2 belongs to red, 2 belongs to blue, but however, you may not get it very soon. So it means one of your meeple will get trapped longer. So of course you may allow the shared city here to get trapped longer rather than your own city here. Yeah, but that is unnecessary. There are other good options like closing your own city here, or grabbing 2-pawn roll. So, and this is only to net off certain pawn difference that it is not even making good use of your previous blocking attempt move. So I do a little bit impatient when I place my tile. So the next move Edward did is to open a city and compete the board, and then I extend my city in a not very dangerous position. So he did not compete the board. He could have competed the board here, right? But he didn't. So he preferred to have the long roll first, because the roll already consists of 5 pawn and it eventually go to 7 pawn. So that's why I need to protect it now. So by making that move, by making that stealing attempt here, I eventually need to spend another curve here to protect it. And while my opponent can do something like this one, to use the curve effectively. I cannot use the curve effectively. And that's why when you are not in a meeple advantage, then you may not necessarily need to try to steal the small city like this one. This one is not really of course, I need to prevent it from big competition, but there are two ways to prevent it from competition. One is stealing it, share it, and another one is blocking it, and I may decide to block it instead of share it. But I think that's still okay so far. And Edward is playing a city kosher tile, and then I am also scoring 2 points somewhere with the attempt to be finishing the wall that belongs to me. And then another monarchy. So there are 2 monarchy on the board, both of them occupied by Edward and being used wisely and efficiently, which is not good to me. That's why I am now trying to do the famous Ukrainian technique, that is me putting a city onto one of the adjacent seaboard of my opponent monarchy. So if the city can grow, then it can grow. If the city can finish, I can get more points. But if the city get boarded by someone, like if the red trying to board my city normally like this way, then both people get trapped. And it is actually a disadvantage to me if he did so, because I only got 1 city point and he can got 7 out of 8 monarchy points. So which means that this is also not very good move. The one of the justification of this move is that eventually, if someone like me finish the city, and I did eventually in the final of the game, it can also bring this city into this farm, and then I will have more farm point. Yeah, and let's see how it turns out to be. And this go full, and yeah, this is the pre-built wall. I hope I don't meeple it, but I did. I think this wall is too long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That such a long wall that may have to be sacrificing 2 pawn. The 2 pawn means this 2 pawn. Right now, this mini battle between the red and the blue, in case the city is unfinished, this is 3 pawn and this is 1 pawn. So they may sacrifice that 2 pawn to grab the 7 pawn wall, and that's why I want to spend a meeple to secure the wall. But which means that I need to come back with, the pawn again. I need to come back with the 2, both this one and this one with the same tile. However, I may not need this one anymore because this is being disrupted just now, and so this will eventually become a wound and won't be able to compete, I assume. And he would trying to also disturb my wound, so I need to speed it because I love my wound. I don't want it to be disturbed, and also I can threaten competition eventually. So this is the moment I need to struggle, because after this move I may need to think whether or not to share red city to gain the 2 pawn delta difference, but this will means I will free up the monarchy. So not only 2 pawn but also the pawn here from the farmer. But by putting this pipe ship extender, that eventually is the 3rd pipe ship extender, the final one. By putting this pipe ship extender, then I am giving up to use the vertical splitter to score even more farm point, because this vertical splitter or horizontal splitter, whatever you want to measure, it just depends on how you rotate it. This is only 1. So in the game, there should be 3 of those. We have 3 of those vertical splitter, and we also have 3 of those pipe ship extender, which is 2 of them have a shield. So this one don't have a shield. I do not necessarily need to finish monastery, and also minimize the opportunity of my farmer, because my opportunity of my farmer increase if I get the splitter in the future. And that's the reason why I don't close the city, but just dump the tile elsewhere. And I dump it here to create a blocking platform for the wing wall of my opponent. But my opponent is also trying to block my stuff. That's why I premature decided to protect my city in order to creating a threat to compete with it. Is it really necessary? I mean, of course, I love to compete the city, but it will first of all require this stuff, which is already here. I need it, and secondly, I need this stuff. Of course, this is unblockable, but this one is very likely blockable from the left hand side, and also shareable from the left hand side. So why do I bother to protect this vulnerable square? I don't know why I was. I can prevent the invasion from the left by putting the same square here, so the red cannot invade it here anymore. And also, red need to block me with a T-shaped crossbow. So it is a indirect defense of this vulnerable square as well. I don't find a legit reason to say my move was correct. I do think my move is wrong, and that's why I lose the game. I mean, there's many moves I made mistake that I can find out my own mistake by myself in a replay doing this live streaming in YouTube. So let's see how it goes on. I mean, the game goes on. I mean, by the mistake I just made, where can attack it. Of course, he didn't have any meeple right now, but he eventually can have a meeple, and he can attack it in future by placing one more meeple here in future. So that's why I say I made a bad move, because I cannot protect. I mean, I cannot compete the city right now anyway, as this comes in, and I don't know why I need to protect this square. I mean, it is vulnerable, but let it be. Let the spoon be bobbed. I don't think I can finish it anyway. And I am grabbing a 2-pawn roll and leaving this city open for myself. So this is a bit greedy, but is reasonable, I assume. So where finishing his city, where finishing his football, is good news for me, because he did not compete my city. This is an 8-pawn city. It is not small. Yeah, Red had the chance to compete it before I do, but he didn't have meeple, so he rather gamble for getting better meeple, and then he will get the next city cap and compete. But of course, I get the city cap before he do. So thank you for giving me the 8-pawn. I mean, actually, he also get 4-pawn wing roll, so he is still on the leading position, both on the scoreboard and on the total, because of the 2 monastery. So he is trying to have some long roll, which I'm not sure it is a good decision, because he just get back his final meeple and now he spent it so fast. I mean, he's believed that he will get a curve and get better monastery so very soon, but it didn't happen. Or I should have blocked him somewhere on the monastery maybe, but anyway, I just prepare for another roll, because he had a roll already. I don't have a roll. I mean, I don't have a roll that I can do anything on it, so I prepare another wing roll on the bottom. And then Edward also missed his opportunity to score this quick pawn, because he spent his last meeple again and again. But he extend his roll, so the he has 2 very long moves right now. I may need to do something like this one. I think I did do this. Nope. Oh, that's funny. What is the importance to do this right now? Okay, I got it. I am so worried that this big wound 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 point wound being shared by red eventually. So I need to prevent the sharing. But actually there is another sharing, ways of sharing by putting somewhere here. And he can still share it. So this move do not prevent much. I think a normal move is to block his move. Yeah, although I can still have chance to do it later. But anyway, let's move on. I think this cost me the game because I am already 11 points behind on the scoreboard, and by this time, this Edward used to have 0 meeple on hand in the past 5 moves, and he just get back his monarchy meeple 1 step before he grabbed this beautiful, lucky, amazing, horrible tile for me, and score immediate 9-point monarchy. And that is the game, right? That is the game of Carcassonne. Sometimes you face this kind of misfortune, and you still need to fight, right? You cannot just give up the game. Yeah, I mean, at least not in a mid game. You can give up in a late game, maybe, if it's really a lot of mistake. Yeah, this is also eventually some mistake by me. Why do I need to set up some quick pawn for either party? And yeah, it's not essential. And now I can grab also 4 pawns somewhere, maybe here, maybe there, maybe here. I don't know which one is better. I mean, this one, I don't think, yeah, both 3 of them are similar, right? This one or this one, I don't see much value. For the one here in the bottom, it may create certain kind of blocking in future for red wall, but it's so indirect, so I don't know whether there's a better move. No. Okay, I see. No, these two are obviously not the best move because I miscount the farm. The farm is like this. See, the farm go all this way. Oh, marvelous. How can I build a farm like this? I think it's not built by me, right? This farm is built by Edward. I mean, this farm is connected by Edward by this tile. This tile is placed by Edward. Yeah, he prioritizing to close his wing wall in order to give me certain farm invasion. By that time, this is not yet exist. But eventually, this cost him 6 extra pawn on the field, and he cannot come back because there is not much invasion spot so far. So now he probably realized this is a big field and he need to fight for it. So he need to get back certain people in order to have the fighting chance. And I am eliminating one of the field entry spot. So yeah, by putting the strict line here, I am preventing something like if the red put any curve or a strict line, I mean any volatile here and then meeple a farmer and then invade here. So this is called eliminating a field connection spot, which is pretty common in a game like this tight position. And yeah, he also grabbed another stuff. What did he just did? I missed something. Did I? What did he just did? Let me see. Yeah, there is a for the replay. Maybe some of you never play the replay of this Carcassonne on Board Game Arena. For the replay, you can have some advanced feature which is pretty fancy in Board Game Arena that you can go back to a particular step, or you can just jump to some particular move, or you can even leave a comment. Now let's try leaving a comment. I mean this comment, for example, why do not meeple the 5-pawn mode? Is it really not, right? And that's what I want to see. Oh no, he did complete a roll and score 5 pawn. Yeah, my mistake. So let's continue. So he meeple this 5-pawn roll. The scoreboard is very big difference. It's double on the scoreboard, and he also have a monarchy. I have a super big field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3, 18, but it's not enough. So I need to eliminate this connection, and he do this one. Okay. And then I need to destroy both the city and the wall. Okay, so he may regard pushing it facing this way because this make me can do one thing and one stone kill 2 birds. And then the monarchy, how many monarchy did he draw so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. He draw all the 4 monarchy so far and used all of them. I mean, he meepled all of them. Score pawn out of all of the monarchy. Yeah, oh no, he didn't meeple this one. He just bought the monarchy spot. He want to save his last meeple for the farm fighting, I guess. But I think he should give up the farm and meeple it. I just keep wasting my time eliminating all the farm fighting connection spot. And he's just extending his city, as there's not much better thing to do. I can decide to get back one of my meeple, or 2 of my meeple. I mean the whole meeple. Either this, I mean this one can help me to get back 2 meeple and he get back 1 meeple. I mean I put it here, then I get back 2 meeple and he get back 1 meeple. And also I have net off the 2 pawn difference. And for here, this one is I get back 1 meeple, he get back 1 meeple. So obviously I will do the format one, I assume, yes. And I would not farm in a 0 pawn field. I get the roll pawn and meeple back. Still, I mean he still draw all the monarchy. I mean, how can I use my meeple if he keep drawing all the 5 monarchy? Now he spent a meeple on monarchy. He didn't in the previous move, but now he know that monarchy cannot be lost. And I don't know what I'm doing here, by the way. What exactly I am doing? Maybe I am preventing someone to invade my wound, but why I cannot just do a simple move? Okay, I know. So if I do it like this, then here is still an invasion spot. I'm so scared of this stuff being invaded. That's why I need to do whatever I can to prevent it, including raising a city cap like this. No, I shouldn't, right? Why I need to? I mean, even I really think that there is an urgency on protecting this particular square. I can still face the city here outward as the basic principle and meeple it, as I already have 3 versus 1 meeple advantage. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just rushing on playing my move so randomly, and that's why I lose. But anyway, there's another bigger blunder at the end of the game, so and I think this is the one. I eventually find something good, which is this one, obviously. But I am so afraid that after I put this inside and then someone can immediately sneak in like this one and meeple the farm and then sneak in and then equalize the whole farm, then I am screwed because I am losing without the farm. So I think this is the main reason I decided not to place it here, not at the moment. There is another one, I mean this is one and that is second one. So there are another one. So that's why I want to gamble for the third one and place it here with a one extra farmer. Oh, what am I doing, by the way? This one. What am I doing? Is it a mistake? Why I meeple it? If I'm trying to protect this city, I don't need to meeple it. I just rather consider it as a mistake, or I should not even do something like this. I can do this city cap. Variable tile anywhere else is much better than raising it there. I mean, I have a meeple advantage, but it doesn't mean that I need to raise the meeple advantage. So Red would not trying to attack my city because he see that I am crazily invest 2 people into a moon. And then I can do something now. What I do? Score 2 quick pawn, 3 quick pawn. Yeah, 3 quick pawn. It makes sense. And is extend the field. Maybe not enough. And then Edward would eventually grab the pawn. Of course, grab the pawn here first, instead of the pawn above, because this will further constrain something, or not. I don't think it constrain anything. I mean, I may eventually want to share this one, but yeah, the only reason I want to share is to basically get it completed, to let my field meeple earn more pawn. Otherwise, I won't put anything like a triple city. Part aside that triple city are all out. I mean, this triple city, this thing is all out. But even it's not out, I don't think I will use it here, because it will bring one extra pawn to the red monarchy, and I only get 1 pawn net gain. So it's a waste of time. So he could rather put it this way, if he is not farming. Whether he is farming or not, that is questionable. He's not. He's getting the 4 quick pawn instead of farming because he's already ahead. You don't need to do crazy moves. I also want to get 4 quick pawn in addition to him. So basically, my top farmer here, this top farmer, gain 3 quick pawn here and gain 3 quick pawn here. So in total, I mean in a net position, red by completing a small city, he only get +1 pawn because it's 4 quick pawn minus 3 farm pawn equals to 1. But by myself putting a small cap here, it is actually the opposite. It is 4 pawn plus 3 net equals to 7. And that's why this early farmer, or whatever you call counter field farmer, is so important, because by the timing I farm it is only 3 pawn, but right now it grows to 9 pawn only with a few moves. And this is how I may be able to come back from this pawn difference with this big wound and also these 2 farm. However, here comes the sadness of the story, because eventually I lose the game due to something very obvious, which is this one. Okay, I finally get this tile. I mean, this final tile. I mean, this tile here. Let's count the pawn. What it will help me to gain. Okay, let's count carefully. Okay, so when I put it here, obviously this little city will +3 pawn. Okay, and of course this little field will also +3 pawn. Okay, and the field, the outer one, I mean this farmer, it seems likely it will +6 pawn, right? Because I complete 2 cities basically. One is my city, one is his city. So it seems like to be +6 pawn, but no, it's not +6 pawn because this need to fill tunnel help the small farmer to sneak in and grab also one extra farm pawn. So it is actually +9 farm pawns. So in total, the blue will be increased, the net increasement of this one single move by placing the tile there will be 9 +6, which is +15, but the red also gain some pawn because I complete his city. So red will have the double of the city pawn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the monarchy pawn. So it would be 5 city pawn extra plus 1 monarchy pawn equals to 6 pawn. So the net difference 15 minus 6 is equals to +9. I should use the blue color. Let me try it. Wait, 15 minus 6 is +9. Okay. So by placing a tile and no need to invest, no need to spend one more meeple, although I have one extra meeple. But anyway, I don't care because it's only the final move. But 9 pawn for a move, 9 pawn for a move, and I think 9 pawn for a move is not enough. In this game I didn't play this move. You see what I did? I place it elsewhere. I just dump it. Just dump it here. Do you see what a blunder I did? I just dump it here. Why? For what? For what reason? To prevent invasion? Okay. Is it necessary to prevent invasion, by the way? What are the remaining tiles? And this is the invasion that may cost me certain pawns, of course. How many pawns are there? Let's count. Okay, let's assume I dump it here with necessary reason. I forego I kiss goodbye with this +9 pawn difference here because I think the invasion is very urgent. So how many pawns are there? The delta of these two wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here is 11 pawn. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 pawn. The red one has the 5 pawn. Do you see? Even there is an invasion, the cost of invasion is only 6. And I add 1 extra pawn to myself by putting the tile here. So I am just preventing a loss of 6 pawn and add 1 extra pawn. It is in order. It is total 7 pawn, and I forgo 9 pawn. The reason why I decided to have 7 pawn rather than 9 pawn is obviously because I miscount. I forget this juicy few tunnel, and yeah, which means now I just forgo so many pawns, and I don't know what to say. And also after red drawing another monarchy, he draw all the monarchy basically, but he cannot do anything because he don't have meeple. You can see there's no invasion. There's no such thing as invasion. It's an illusion, right? This is a triangle, yes, but okay, there is an invasion, okay. But there is 50 chance. I am in a losing position. And the conflict is for me, right? He cannot invade. No matter I do this or not do this, he cannot invade. So it's this kind of illustration. I think too much, basically. I overthink it. In the beginning, when I put these 2 farmer, I think that is the reason. I put this farmer, no one invade my farm, and then I put the second farmer. I want to secure my farm, and that is the exact reason that I should have, obviously I should have increased certain farm pawn. So if I don't put it this one, then I will have negative 1 point. But however, here will bring us plus 9 points, obviously. So the net difference will be 8 points difference if I move this tile from here to there. So would this 8 point difference enough for me to win this game instead of losing? And let's see that gameplay. Yeah. So this is a great blunder by the commentator and by the organizer of this Carcassonne HK Winter Tournament. So far, Edward is doing a lot of good moves, but however, there are still a slight chance for me to come back with the winning position by the game, regardless of how stupidly I am doing something like this or like this. But yeah, I still have certain chance to come back with the game, even though my opponent draw all the 6 monarchy so far and use 4 of them wisely, 3 of them wisely, this one, and also actually all of them are drawn by Edward. So in such a lucky position of monarchy and also good playing, he still only win plus 3 points only. You see, I did miss my opportunity to win this game. Okay, such a blunder, such a big mistake, mistake I made. Okay, big one. Okay, sorry, I feel very sorry for you to have to watch this, but anyway, hope both of you and myself learn something from this video and this game, and I hope, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.